to report some nefarious activities. Okay, I don't know. Well, I do know. It's just these are the times we're living in. Okay, spiritual warfare is reaching a crescendo. I was about to say I don't know what's going on, but that's what's going on. So if you check out my lives from yesterday, I had someone accost me, and it was very evident that this person was being overcome by something. I was threatened with physical violence, and I was called horrible names and screamed at. Unprovoked. Okay. Just now, I was collecting natural objects. Oh, someone's calling me. I'll have to call him back. I was collecting epiphytes for art. Okay, because I like to work with like stones and plants and feathers and clay. So I'm crouched down in a group of bushes collecting these, and someone pulls up behind me, okay? And I hear this guy yell at me, and he's like, "Hey!" And I turn around, and he's like, "I see you're collecting some more Spanish moss." I don't know what he meant by more, because I've never seen this guy, and I've never been there doing that. But he's like, "I see you're getting some more Spanish moss." And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about, man." And he's like, "You have Spanish moss there?" I said, "Yeah." And he's like, what are you going to do with that? Are you going to make some tea? And I said, "No, but what's it to you? Like, I don't understand what you're doing here. Like, what's going on? I don't know who you are." And now, mind you, this guy's eyes were, I don't know if he was on amphetamines, but his eyes were bulging out of his head. He looked possessed. Okay, and he's speaking to me very, like, in this nasty tone of, like, speaking down to me. And, like, he's trying to scare me. And then he asked me if I am a lesbian or straight. And I said, "It's none of your business. And, like, who do you think you are speaking to me this way? What is this?" And there's another guy in the truck with him. And we're the only people. Now, mind you, I'm also in a church parking lot. I'm in an empty church parking lot. So there's a big cross right above us in the sky, okay, on the steeple of the church. And we're under this big cross. And these guys have me kind of T-boned in because my car is parked. He had pulled up right behind my car, crossways. And he's asking me if I'm a lesbian or if I'm straight, and I tell him it's none of his business. Then he starts pointing at all my tattoos and asking about my tattoos. And I said, "Hey, you need to get on down the road, buddy. Like, I'm not doing this with you. I don't know what this is, but we're not doing it." And he said, "Do you know who this town belongs to?" And I said, "Well, I know this town is called St. Pete, but you need Jesus Christ. I know that. That's what I know." Okay, so when I said Jesus Christ, he became angry. And then I said, "I'm going to call the police if you don't leave." And he said, "Go ahead." I said, "Okay, I will." He said, "Let me get your license plate number." So I start to walk around to the back of his truck. As I'm walking to the back of his truck to get his license plate number, he gets out of the truck. This just happened 10 minutes ago, broad daylight, okay? He said, "You're in the wrong part of town." He said, he's threatening me. Then he puts out both of his arms, like really wide, like he's about to grab me, okay, like in a bear hug. He goes, "I think you need a hug." And like right before he goes to embrace me, the guy that I work for pops up because I'm across the street. I had just gotten off of work, okay? In this neighborhood, I park in the same spot in this church parking lot every day. It's allowed. And this guy has nothing to do with that church, I'm quite certain. So my friend, the guy that I work for, he like saves the day because this guy now, he's like busted. So he stops what he's about to do. He's about to grab me, guys. I think this guy was about to try to like snatch me up, and I'm not exaggerating here. Like, this dude was dark. He was coming at me to grab me. And told me I was in the wrong part of town. So, when my friend walked up, he took a step back. And my friend's like, what's going on here? And he's like, she doesn't know where she's at. He's telling my friend that. And so then another guy, like a truck full of 3 other big guys, they pull up, roll down their window, and they're like, hey, what's going on here? So as soon as he sees that they're outnumbered, he gets in his truck and he hightails it out of there. But guys, be careful. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, this just happened at 3:30. No, it's 4:30. It happened at 4. In public, in broad daylight. Like, we're the only ones in the parking lot, but like, this is not... That's not okay, obviously. But I'm hearing more and more like things like this going on. And this guy, I'm telling you, I told him, I said, dude, you have a demon inside of you. I see it. I told him, you have a demon and you need Jesus. I just kept saying Jesus. Like, I guess he was driving away, I was like screaming, Jesus Christ. But I have been accosted on a number of occasions, unprovoked, in public, since I gave my life to God, since I surrendered. Never had that happen before. But I've had it happen several times since I consecrated myself with the Holy Spirit. And I don't know if there's a solar eclipse this week. And I don't know, I mean, we're connected to all of life, the sun, the moon, the stars. So I do believe that has an impact on our psyche. Okay, so I'm telling you, after what happened yesterday with that girl coming at me and this guy coming at me, totally, I don't know who this man was. Never seen him in my life. For him just to roll up on me like that, that's a spiritual attack. 100% that's a spiritual attack in a church parking lot. Of all places. So, be very mindful of your surroundings. Keep an eye out. You know, be careful about walking around with earphones in, as a lot of us do. Because if he had come up behind me and I hadn't heard him, who knows how that would have turned out. Wow. Guys, I wish I had a picture of this guy's face and his eyes. Like, whatever was going on here was not human. And my friend, after he drove off, the first thing he said, he looked at me and goes, did you see that guy's eyes? Like, what the hell was up with that guy's eyes? Yeah, that's spiritual. So, but I managed to stay so calm, guys, like, because I absolutely knew what was happening, and I was not afraid. I wasn't a bit afraid. I actually laughed at him at one point, because he was trying to scare me, and it was so obvious that, like, this is a weak person, entity, like, trying to, it's a show, it's like a, but as soon as I said Jesus Christ, like, you could see the fear. But I laughed at the nonsense. And I don't think he was expecting me to laugh then. But it was a genuine laugh, like, and he mocked me. Demonically, he mocked me when I laughed at him. It angered him. But anyways, guys, just be careful. And if you need to, pull out that name, because there's power in it.